I feel like I need hold music when when I'm sitting here doing this. I'm just watching for the screen to go up. Hey everyone, it's Rob again. I feel like I'm apologizing every time. I'm just behind on reviews. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. But if you are tuning into this, hopefully you are here. If not, maybe you'll catch it later and you'll go, "Oh, hey, Rob put up new content." I'm trying to adjust my hat here. Just got home a little bit ago. Shower, shave, all that wonderful stuff, and to review the last Funko subscription box, and I'll read a little something here. Most people probably have heard this and have watched other things. I thought I was doing really good at not being spoiled by this. I think the whole time I've been doing these boxes, I've been spoiled almost every single time. So I think, again, I know almost what's inside of here, but it's still cool nonetheless. An odd thing was when this box, they're always sending out an email that'll say, "Hey, your box is teleporting, getting ready to ship," all that stuff. My wife sent me, I got the box yesterday, I believe. Today is Thursday, so I think I got it Wednesday, if I remember correctly. She sent me an email Wednesday that says, "Hey, your box is shipping." I got home, the box is sitting on my back porch. Told my wife, I said, "That is the fastest Funko has ever sent anything." That it must have been communication that somebody didn't hit send properly, because it was sitting on my back porch. So for those of you that don't know, I don't know if you call it a situation, just a change in business practices. Funko is discontinuing all their subscription boxes line-wide as a company for DC, Marvel, Star Wars. I can't even think of all the other boxes that they do. So I'm going to read this really quick. I'm sure most people have seen it. I'm going to try and pull this up here. I thought about doing a screen share, but half the time I can't get it back off here. So it says, "Dear valued subscriber, in an effort to allow Funko to focus on what they do best, creating unique quality collectibles, Funko will be discontinuing the subscription offering of the Legion Collector's Box on March 2nd, 2018. Therefore, the current Legion Collector's Green Lantern Corps box offered by Funko will be the last collectibles box available for purchase account holders. Have no fear, the boxes aren't disappearing completely. After the discontinuation date of the subscription offering, Funko will be transitioning the DC Legends of Collectors box, or substitute any box that you're getting. If you were getting the Star Wars box, then that would say that there. So all these read, I think, exactly the same. But anyway, we'll be transitioning the DC Legends Collectors box to retail. So who knows? They haven't said yet. It could probably Walmart. It would probably be the best guess. Walmart, Target, GameStop, someplace. They haven't said yet, as far as I know. Funko will be partnering with an exclusive retailer to deliver a DC Legion of Collectors box, again, whatever box you were getting, as a retail offering. Stay tuned for upcoming details. For a complete list of frequently asked questions, you can go to their website, blah, blah, blah. We value your commitment to Funko and the DC Legion of Collectors subscription. Funko has taken great care to create the best of DC Comics universe for our collector community. We take great pride in the quality and uniqueness of the products we have delivered to you through this service. We look forward to continuing to excite and delight DC fans, again, whatever you got, of our entire line of Funko products. Thank you for being part of the Funko family, Funko. So that was the email that they sent out. So I got the chat opened up if anybody wants to chime in or whatever. So I wanted to get that out to kind of give me a buffer in case people were coming into it late. I thought about making an announcement that I was going to do this at 7, and I dropped the ball. So anyway, I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't jump on these when they first started, and I'm kind of disappointed that they're stopping now. I don't know how entirely good I feel about the idea of them being with Walmart. I guess that's okay. Now I will probably look online and not be the idea of like getting these. It was kind of cool. Like, ooh, I wonder what's in the box. Some of these could be cool. Some of these could be duds or crap, or could be great. By doing them, if they go to Walmart, just using that as an example, then I might look online to see what's the contents of the box, to see if this is something I would want. The Teen Titans box I really liked. You can go back through all my other Funko videos from the last year. It kind of sucks that it stopped in March of this year. So we got the Titans box and this Green Lantern box, which really kind of blows, in my opinion. You know, it went from, instead of paying for a whole entire year, you're basically paying, you know, bi-monthly for the boxes as they came out. So it's not like we're getting refunded anything. We paid for this box and that was it. I would have at least liked to have gotten at least 3 to at least go half the year or more. So enough rambling. Like I said, I was just doing a little bit of that as I'm knocking over parademons here. Sorry, now they're in my way. Don't you hate it when your parademons fall? So, like I said, I think I know most of what's in here. That's kind of the hard thing. People say, well, don't go online. And I think I complain about this all the time. I'm like, okay, I won't go online. I won't talk to family and friends, and I won't see what my coworkers are doing, and I won't see what friends are doing, just because, you know, like in this video, the little thumbnail is not going to show you like, hey, look inside, here's the whole entire box. Some people want to know, some people don't, but it's always the posts right away. What's up, ODC? That's me, my good buddy, ODC. That's me. He said something right there. That guy right there. Give him some love. Go check his channel out. ODC, that's me. So, like I said, I think I know what's most in this box. I'm kind of hoping that there were some different variations, but knowing that Funko was getting ready to cancel their subscription, doing this. What's up, Christopher? I think every box is probably going to be the same. So I feel the T-shirt up here. I think I said the last time during the Titans box, I want a Kyle Rayner something. And I don't think there's a Kyle Rayner anything in here. So I would love to have like the only Kyle Rayner T-shirt out of the whole bunch. But I think this is, okay, I did see this. This is still a cool shirt nonetheless. I thought this said XXX. I know I've gained some weight, but not that much weight. Just open the shirt up, Rob. I have liked all of these shirts. The Superman shirts, I know, poor Kyle gets no love, right? The very first Legion box that I got was the Superman box. It was a great box. The shirt, I was kind of like, meh, because it was a Funko Pop Superman flying, which is cool. I just wanted a straight up T-shirt. And then slowly after that, they started giving you actual T-shirts. Olivia says, Todd is on the phone, so I'm watching it muted. So this is what Olivia is hearing right now. So there, now you can hear what she's hearing. So this is a cool shirt. I like this. So we've got, let's go around here and look. Oh, yeah, I know I'm being dumb right now. We've got John Stewart, which is cool. Hal Jordan and the bowl haircut himself. The Batman had to punch off a bar stool, and Guy Gardner. So it would have been cool. I mean, they could have put Kyle back here. Well, okay, maybe he is back here because there are a bunch of other Green Lanterns. I don't know if anybody can see that or not. The last time I got really close to this, I got out of focus. So I'm going to assume Kyle's back here. He should have been on the front of the shirt. Anyway, very cool shirt. So out of the 9, have I received 9 boxes now? Something like that. Christopher, poor Kyle got on there before. Yeah, Kyle probably showed up, and it was probably Guy. Guy probably sent Kyle to the T-shirt filming, and they were like, oh, no, we're doing it later. And Kyle had to leave, and Guy was like, I'm really sorry. See what happens when I don't do videos for a while? I just tend to ramble. Okay, what else is in here? Let's see. So I have liked all the shirts from Funko. Okay, I saw this. I didn't know what it was because, again, I saw the picture really quick, and I was like, I don't want to see that. So here are pint-sized heroes, Green Lantern. So this is Hal Jordan and Sinestro. This is really kind of cool. So to kind of give you size and perspective, I was talking about, let's pull up. Here's the New 52 Joker. You can probably figure out what size these are. 6-inch figure, so that's about that. I agree. Kyle should be on the shirt. Over Guy. Yeah, I think so. I think most people, Guy is a douche canoe. Well, he is a douche canoe. He has a douche canoe haircut, and he probably got his haircut while on a canoe. Douche. So this is kind of cool. So still no Kyle stuff. Still no Kyle stuff. What is? Oh, I think I know what this is. Okay. I saw this. I didn't know it was squishy. So I have my own power battery. Maybe it's Kyle's battery. Maybe I get to be Kyle. Shut up, Kath. So there's my rubber ball lantern. So there we go. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I would say I would chuck it at my wife. I might throw like a guy, but I aim like a girl, so I would probably miss her. My wife throws like a guy, hits like a guy, so I probably won't throw this at her. But again, I like that they're trying to come up with other stuff to do. So this will be a dust collector sitting somewhere. It's like it's like street ball lantern. Yeah, of course. Stress ball. I like street ball better. Street ball lantern. I wait for my cousin to go walk by my house. I'm just going to pelt him with this thing. I think it is a stress ball. All right. Sorry. What else we got? Ooh, I think that's it. All right. So, of course, there's a pop in here. I know there's 3 pops. Can you guess what 3 pops are in this box? Take a guess. One of them is a douche canoe. Yeah, that's it. Wow, this is not what I was expecting at all. I guess I did. I saw there were 3 pops. So here they are. Here are the 3 pops. We have Kilowog, which is cool, Douche Canoe, and probably Chip. CH''P. Chip. So there are the 3 lantern pops. So this would have been a good place to put Kyle in, but I think that's kind of cool. There's already a Jon Stewart pop available. I don't know if there's a Kyle Rayner pop available. I know there's a Hal Jordan pop. So this is the kind of the cool thing of I'm not somebody that I collect a lot of pops. I think the only pops that I have are from this Legion set, and then I have a couple. Have all the Robins that they've released, and I've got a Batman around here somewhere. I have a Kiss. I'm a big Kiss fan, so I have a couple Kiss pops. That's been about it. So I'm not one of those people that. Now, if this was in the store, would have I had to have had this? Like, oh, I'm going to buy this? No, probably not. But is it cool that it came in this whole entire set, and I have these cool little things? Sure, I think it's great. I like doing kind of blind bag type stuff. I was the kid in the grocery store. I wanted to put the quarter in the thing and turn the little knob and get the little ball of, it could be a sticker, it could be a gum, it could be if anybody's old enough to remember the NFL football helmets that you could get, and I probably blew a lot of my mom's money trying to get all 26 NFL football teams, and I did, but I had a lot of doubles of other stuff. So that was kind of the thing to do that. My wife and I were talking actually that after this year I was going to reevaluate this type of stuff, and then maybe only get the boxes like after they come out, go and order one if it's not something I was necessarily excited about. But for the most part, the Justice League box I thought was great. The Titans box was really super cool. Batman the Animated Series box, that was great. And it came with, Robin just fell out, it came with this cool Batmobile, which I never reviewed this. I think I actually filmed 2 boxes that I never reviewed, so I'll try and upload those so I can at least have the whole collection. The Animated Series box was so cool. That was probably my favorite box out of the whole set. And it came with a Batman, sorry. And I've got the little Dorbs. So there's my Tim Drake Robin and the Batmobile. This was really cool. The other pops I have, they're just out of reach. The Wonder Woman pops were really cool. From the Wonder Woman movie, you got a special Wonder Woman and Dr. Marora, I think was her name. The Titans, we got a couple action figures out of the set. I would still like to get Cyborg and I think, was it Beast Boy? Starfire. Yeah, Cyborg and Starfire. I'd like to get at least those other 2. So there were some really cool boxes that I was surprised that themes that didn't get done was the Flash. Now, maybe there was a Flash box in previous years. I don't quite remember there being a Flash box, but at least in this time, like other heroes that we could have done. The Batman box was okay. It was kind of Batman themed, but that box to me felt kind of random. I have Batman and Robin pop salt shakers, which I don't think they're in this room. They might be upstairs in my review area. Sorry, I'm frantically trying to scope. No, I don't see them. The Nightwing pop again. You can't see off to the side. So, yeah, I really liked it. I think a lot of subscription type boxes and things from other companies are slowly going away, and they're just going to storefronts to do so. I know Walmart has kind of had some Funko type stuff, so I think that's maybe what they're going to do. But for me, I think these are going to be a lot of dust collectors at the store. Like the people that are really into this are going to go pick up their one or two, but you know how Walmart is. They're going to get 5 million of them, and they're going to be sitting on the shelf for a very long time. So you'll probably be able to get them discount if you just wait, refuse to buy them, and then you can do that route. So that is the haul. There was no, I always like the inside. Please give us Kyle on the inside of the box. There's Kilowog. I love the art in here. You know, I'm a sucker. I was a kid that always saved the cereal boxes, especially if there were superheroes or He-Man or comics on it. My wife's like, are you going to save these boxes just because there's cool artwork on the inside? Yeah, of course I am. I'll probably scan. I don't know what I'm going to do with the artwork. But these are kind of cool boxes that, you know, some of you guys that I may send stuff to, don't be surprised if you get one of these boxes in the mail, because these are really nice, sturdy boxes. So that is it for the Funko Legion of Collectors as a whole, at least far as their subscription directly from them. So like the email had said, you're going to be able to find them in some type of retailer somewhere. They just haven't said where yet. So that's going to be cool to open this up. And I'm somebody, I open up the pops. I think these are going to be like Beanie Babies someday. People are going to be selling on 1 million of these. And I'm an open box action figure kind of guy. I've said it for a long time, like you see back here. I want to have fun with them now. Screw the person that's trying to sell them after me. Yes, Christopher, the Marvel box one is done also. All Funko boxes. So if you were on any type of subscription box whatsoever, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, I used to be able to rattle them all off. My Little Pony. Okay, I don't think My Little Pony's doing one. But all of them have been discontinued. Let me see if I can pull up that email again really quick. I think maybe I closed the window. Oh, here it is. Really quick. It says, have no fear, the boxes aren't disappearing completely. After the discontinuation date of March 2nd, so that's when everything stopped, Funko will be transitioning the DC Legion of Collectors, but again, whatever company. So this could have, if you were into the Marvel one, it said following the transitioning of the Marvel Collectors box, the boxes will go to retail. So that is all of that basically. So let me pull my camera back up there. So it says, wow, that sucks. I've always wanted to subscribe to the DC one. Just never got around to it. The DC boxes were really pretty cool. Even the boxes that I was kind of like, not too bad. There was always something really cool in it. My wife really liked the Wonder Woman box. I kind of thought, well, I don't know what I'm going to do with the Wonder Woman t-shirt. Not that women don't get these things, but there was a nice pair of socks in there. So she's wearing the Wonder Woman socks, and it was very girl themed. And that's cool. I like Funko did that. Even though us guys are like, oh, we're the only ones that collect this stuff. You know, of course, a lot of women collect this stuff. So I like that it's not necessarily gender specific, but the Wonder Woman box was leaning more towards women, and rightfully so. It's Wonder Woman. So I thought that was a solid box, regardless that I didn't get a Wonder Woman t-shirt. My wife is wearing the Wonder Woman socks and wears them all the time as she's walking by right now, giving me a look. Come and model your socks. No, she's not going to. So what ODC says, what happened with Funko? I'm out of the loop as of late. So Funko, a lot of these subscription companies, there's the Legion of Collectors, which I don't have it. If you go back into my channel, I did this Batman Legion of Collectors box that had an umbrella and a bunch of really cool Batman stuff, which, again, this Batman vinyl 6-inch Batman figure came from Legion of Collectors. It's a subscription box, much like Funko. Funko. What's up, Jacob? Legion of Collectors hasn't done this yet, but a lot of these subscription services, and you can probably find like Loot Crate and you name them, a lot of them are going away from in-house subscription services. So like Funko is just deciding as a whole that it's probably a money thing. It's probably costing them more to send a lot of this stuff out. And maybe they saw the numbers going like each year, the cost of doing this is going up. So maybe a big box retailer like Walmart, the Batman, I'll show you this one again if that's the one you want to see. Let's say, I'm just using this as an example. I don't know if it's Walmart, but I would think it's Walmart. Let's say somebody like Walmart sends Funko an email like, we will help you with line-wide distribution. Like, just think about it. You could probably throw a rock out your front window and hit 6 Walmarts that are close to you. So Funko by themselves is sending everything across the United States and maybe even beyond the U.S. So imagine having Walmart as your distribution. You can mass send a lot of stuff to Walmart, to their warehouse, and then let Walmart send it out to the stores. And they can sell it that way. Walmart will get a kickback, blah, blah, blah. Or wherever they're going to go. So I think probably it just became a dollar and cents thing. Like maybe Walmart is saying, we will chip in so you can produce more of this stuff, and then we'll get a kickback in selling it, and then the sole burden won't be on you to try and manage and handle all this. That is a complete guess. I do not know, but I'm starting to see more of these subscription type services either go away or find a retailer to do it, because that would be you know, like a GameStop getting bought up by Walmart. You know, the cost that, like, go to your local mall, and I'm sure if your mall is anything like my mall, there are more empty storefronts than there are actual stores, because the price of rent in a mall is so great that somebody like Walmart was like, well, we'll take you into our space. It'll be cheaper, and you can get in a lot more places like that. So I'm just kind of guessing. This is Christopher says, I heard that Funko wasn't selling that good anymore. That was the other thing I had wondered. I mean, kind of think about it. Funko has been, how long has the pop community been going on? There's a bubble. I said, I had a feeling Funko was doing maybe off base there. But yeah, I think you're right, ODC. I mean, like I said, am I going to go in the store and buy these? No, I did it because it was kind of fun. I liked it. Like, what am I going to get out of this? You know, if I knew, okay, there's going to be a Robin box and you can buy just the Robin box and that's it, that's probably what I would have bought. I think there's a bubble that's going to burst. Everybody that's just buying pop after pop after pop after pop. At a certain point, you start getting past that initial thing, and it's a niche market. ODC said it perfectly right there. It's going to be a specific person that's going to go out and buy this thing. You're getting to a saturation point, I think is the word I want to use. Like, where is that point where if you list 3 friends, how many of your 3 friends are buying Funko Pops or buying different things? I mean, look at even DC Collectibles, for example, or the one that is really surprising me is Mattel, that Mattel has decided to make a comeback and really start making action figures again. I thought Mattel was just going to be done and not do that. So there's kind of some re-interest in this stuff. But I think on the Funko level, they're starting to make new and different things because I think they realize the pop industry for this specific type of thing is starting to go away. They started making, these little pops that you can find in stores, Walmart, Meijer, Target, and different things. Like, well, people maybe aren't buying this. We're going to offer another product. I mean, they made a Batmobile and they made a stress ball or a street ball. Like, it's kind of like, well, what can we do here? And what can we do here? I think they may be kind of looking at some financial hurt of like, and it may be like, rather than do all these subscriptions, maybe we'll make a smaller set and just send them to Walmarts and be like, all right, each Walmart is getting 6 and that's it. And once they're gone, they're gone. We're not going to be spending all this time and money on making 6,000 of these things and then not selling. So who knows? I'm talking out of my butt here. I'm not entirely sure. What's up with DC Collectibles? They almost had nothing at Toy Fair. The only thing that they really had at Toy Fair, from what I remember, is the new Icons line, which is taking over for like the predominant DC, like the new 52 line. We're going back to that scale. The smaller scale from these guys that started up to this current scale. So there's a blue-gray version of this coming out, a new Superman that's going to be coming out. I think DC Collectibles is probably just kind of sitting back and saying, we're going to wait and see. I think they're doing more statues and more collectible type stuff. Yeah, I'm really surprised. And Mattel is coming out full guns blazing. Mattel has done the Clayface wave, which I hope hits retail very soon. I didn't jump on. I could probably go on a Big Bad Toy Store or some other place and buy the whole case. But I'm a sucker. I want to go to the store and I want to pick some of that stuff up. So I hope that hits. The Lex Luthor Collect and Connect wave should be hitting soon. At least as far as like Big Bad Toy Store and some of the online things. So I think they're starting to ship the Clayface waves to stores now, so we should be seeing them soon. Today, I just saw the Marvel, I don't know if they're Marvel Legends still, the Infinity War figures. They weren't the 6-inch figures. They were the 3 3/4 inch, kind of like these little parademons here. They're not quite the 6-inch figures. So I saw that whole wave today. Some people have been saying that the Marvel, the Black Panther wasn't getting. Yeah, so ODC says he wants a Clayface, but that looks like a decent wave. I want Clayface. If I could cherry pick, I know I stopped myself from talking there. The figures I really want out of that wave are Superman, definitely Batwoman. This is probably our first decent Batwoman figure, other than the 52 Batwoman that was released eons ago. And then Clayface, but to get Clayface, I'm gonna buy them all. But I heard somebody say that there's not a lot of Black Panther merchandise out there. I'm like, holy crap! I was at 2 Walmarts today, and right by the toy aisle is this gigantic display of Black Panther stuff, and in there I saw Submariner, Namor or whatever. That whole Black Panther wave I saw there, and a couple other figures as well. Says, I hope Mattel's distribution is better than it was for the rookie wave. I still have yet to see all those figures at retail. I bought all of those figures at retail, but I had to actually travel to like 5 different Walmarts to find them all. I lied. The only figure I never saw in retail, I'm going to get off camera here, which I normally don't do, just off, was the Reaper. I love this figure. My good buddy Chapman Films had reviewed this early on, and I'm a fan of Batman Year 2, and I never thought I was going to ever see a Reaper figure. So when they're kind of doing this again, this makes me feel like this even smells like old time Mattel. I really like what they're doing here. I just hope the distribution does get better. And it may not even be distribution. Maybe this time Mattel is saying, says, yeah, ODCs with 200 more Toys R Us closing, it's going to be harder and harder to get Marvel Legends and Mattel figures. Right now, Walmart, and if you have a Meijer around you, M-E-I-J-E-R, you go to MEIJER.com, Meijer. It's like a Walmart. It's almost the exact same thing as a Walmart. I talk about it a lot on this channel. It's in normally like the eastern states, Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky, Wisconsin a little bit. That's kind of where the biggest section is, and there's a lot of them. Those type of stores are probably where you're going to find them. Luckily, the 3 Toys R Us's that are near me are still open and still running. Eventually, they're going to probably eventually shut down. Who would have thought, for the time that we grew up, this is turning into a whole nother discussion, so I like that we're talking here. Keep it going. Somebody's like, hey, I just tuned in to see the Funko stuff, and the guy over here is talking about Mattel and stress ball. So, sorry, I got myself off topic. Yeah, figures in general. I agree, ODC. Definitely, it's going to get, and it's going to force a lot of people, and maybe that's the name of the game. It's going to force a lot of people to go online. I'm dragging my heels. I still buy physical CDs and DVDs, but I think you can control. You take your pre-orders and you wait, and you see how many pre-orders you get, and you close. Here's the start date. Here's the stop date. We had 252 pre-orders. Good. Make 252 figures, and that's all that you make. You can control things a lot better than rather than going, well, there are 5,000 Walmarts in the United States, so each Walmart we're going to send 2 cases to. So figure that math up and then go, well, a lot of people like Batman, so we're going to put 5 Batmans in this box and then release the wave 5 times to get all the other 4 we've talked about that endlessly. So, yeah, I don't know. Collecting action figures is not the same as what it once was when we were kids. And even in the 5 years that I've started my channel, and it's been a while, I think the only thing I'm doing lately is just doing these live unboxings. And now that those are stopped, I guess I'm going to stop my channel now. I still have tons of stuff. I keep saying it every review I do lately. I have tons of stuff upstairs. I have a custom Robin thing that I was editing 2 months ago, the last time I did the Titans box, that I was like, hey, I'm going to do something. But it is getting harder to find and buy action figures. I went to 2 Walmarts today after work just looking, hoping to see the Clayface wave in there. Didn't see anything. Again, I saw some of the Infinity War stuff starting to hit now. So keep your eye open. I think those figures are really going to start hitting soon. But I think they're going to be in small quantities. I think what's going to happen is we're going to know approximately when the street date is, and we're going to see it on Facebook. If you don't go then and you don't go buy your stuff right now, all that's going to be left are 5 Captain Americas sitting on the peg somewhere, and that's it. I could see ODC says I can't talk today. ODC says I could see malls closing in the near future. Wow. Just look over here and see what he said. Yeah. My wife wanted to get her rings cleaned at the mall, and I was just kind of walking through our main hallway, and the first 5 locations in the mall were empty. You know, a couple of them, they just open up the doors, put in some benches and chairs, and now it's like a green space, if you will, of just tables and chairs and random places. So malls are going to be going bye-bye here really quickly. I think, Christopher, I think you're right. I think it depends on where you are. If you go 45 minutes north of us up to Toledo, the mall there is called the Franklin Park Mall. That mall is busy nonstop. From the time that mall opens to the time it closes, it is like bumper to bumper traffic. You go 12 minutes east, that mall is dead as a doornail. I think you have to have the right high-end stores sometimes, or it has to be in the right location. Our mall in Findlay, as the close city that I work and live in, that mall is on life support at best. It just seems like the mall just keeps raising and raising prices, and it's kind of falls off by the wayside. So I don't think malls will entirely go away for quite a while, but when people are finding, I mean, here is a great example of online stuff working very well. If anybody has been watching Monolith, the game company, the board game company that is making this Batman game, that they started their Kickstarter. Go, if you don't know what Monolith is, look up Batman. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose it. Gotham Chronicles, I believe. If I have my phone with me, it's charging. But just look up Monolith Batman board game, and you'll find it's all over Facebook. They started their Kickstarter in 45 minutes. They hit $1.5 million in backing. They wanted $50,000 to get the game funded to go. In 45 minutes, they hit $1.5 million. In 48 hours, they hit $2.6 million. Holy crap. And they have all these cool stretch goals. So if you don't know about this, go check it out. I wish I had a spare $140. I guess I would have when I wasn't doing this, to get the core game. And if you can go, if you have a $320, you can go all in and you can get everything that they're going to offer through the stretch goals. I guess I can make this a little announcement. I had contacted Monolith, and I will be able to review. I don't know how to decipher their email. I had talked to some of the rogues in the Rogue Gallery, talking back to Automatica back and forth about this. They're going to be sending me Robin content because I'm a big Robin fan. I don't know if I'm getting the game to review or a prototype version of the game to review, or if it's just the Robin minifigures that come with it and kind of coincide with my podcast. So they're going to be sending me some cool stuff. I don't know exactly what they're sending. I don't know how much they're sending. We'll find out when they send it, but that is amazing. So I said that whole entire thing to basically just say things could go online totally, which is where the whole Monolith trail of thought was. They're setting this Kickstarter up and saying, hey, we'll make these figures. The more you keep backing us, like, we'll do this and we'll do this. So that may not be so bad. If Mattel said, okay, here's a list of figures. If you pledge X number amount, we will make these figures. And then if we get beyond that goal, we'll do these and we'll do these. And then they'll send them out. You don't have to worry about distribution. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. You kind of set up your thing or whatever it was. Kind of like if you go clear back to what Mattel was wanting to do with Superboy and was that Miss Martian, that they didn't get enough subscriptions coming in. It didn't hit their, kind of like right as Mattel was in their tailspin before they recently started coming back out of it. If Mattel was on their game way back then and started doing that, I think people would have bought into it. And maybe Mattel was just ahead of the curve of like trying to do a Kickstarter before Kickstarter was the thing. Christopher, this is something I don't like to talk about. Do you think comics will go full digital anytime soon? No. Just because the collectability of comics is still very popular, even though it kind of hurts some comic shops. It's one of those mediums. I think as long as people want to have things to hold and touch and feel. I mean, you can see I've got comics laying around here all over the place, which I know people say, oh, that's size and it's storage. Comics, at least for the most part, there's still some monetary value in that thing if you have it in good condition. Now, we would all love to have a copy of Action Comics #1, Detective Comics 27. I do have the first appearance of Harley Quinn. Last time I checked, that book is $600-700. That's probably the most expensive book I own, in dumb luck that I bought it way back when it was the animated TV series. So there are some books from time to time. I just picked up the first appearance of Nightwing. I paid $35 for it. So that book that had a 75-cent price tag is now worth, it in really good condition, anywhere from $35 to $400, depending on if it's graded and signed and all that stuff. ODC says buying, selling, and trading is still a thing with comics. You can't see them physical go away anytime soon because it's still a commodity. Action figures and statues and things like that. People still want to have those things to hold. Now, all of these DVDs that are in the back of my wall, none of those are worth, there's no monetary value in any of that stuff. So as much as I want to hold on to the physical copies, as long as I can watch them on a TV, it's those type of things. Hey, John Velasquez Jr., how's it going, buddy? First appearance of Harley Quinn is my most expensive book, too. Yeah, here's a dumb story. I hope you guys don't mind this. I don't get a chance to talk and do this much. We got to do a rogue show, guys. Anyway, I lost train of thought. The dumb thing about my Harley Quinn book, right as, long story short, right, the animated series comic book was coming out right at the time that Batman got his back broke. So that's when Azrael became Batman, and I was like, I don't want to read about Jean-Paul Valley as Batman now that Bruce Wayne's paralyzed in a wheelchair. That comic book came out of the animated series, which everybody loves the animated series. Aye, aye, Captain. Yes, we have one for the Rogue Show. ODC. Anyway, sorry. I like this, Rob. You need to do more live streams. I will do more live streams. I know I've been saying it. It's a lot easier to come and set here. I'm getting off on a tangent. I'll go back to it. See when I don't do enough? Now I'm getting all thirsty. I forgot my tangent was. ODC says, I have the first appearance of Deadpool graded at 9. Wow, 9.8, dude. Someone offered me, holy crap, 1,000, 1,200 for it. Heck yeah, it's probably worth more than that. Okay, back to my two tangents that are both tied together, animated series. So that animated series comic book was coming out, and I really liked the animated series, so I said, oh, I can still have my Batman Bruce Wayne. It'll just be in the animated series form, and I'll pick up Robin and these other books, and I'll wait till Bruce Wayne comes back as Batman. Yada, yada, yada. I was picking up those books. Never thought in a million years that those comics, like, it's based off a cartoon TV show. Those books are never going to be worth anything. I never bagged them. I never boarded them. But I put them in between comics that were bagged and boarded. Some of them I just had in bags and I ran out. The Batman Adventures number 12, which has Harley Quinn, was not bagged or boarded, but was in between two books that were bagged and boarded. I am the luckiest idiot on the face of the planet. I have a really small staple, kind of like where you can say the book fold a little bit. So I don't think it's probably going to come in at a 9.8 or a 9.7, but I believe it's probably going to come in at a really good 9. So yes, that book is bagged and boarded. It's in a top end loader. So now every comic that I own, I bag and board everything because you never know. Let's see, ODC, I'm down for a rogue show. Good. I want to do a live stream on my channel, but I feel like I have nothing to talk about. I started doing the live stream on this, and now it's like I'm doing this. What I should do is hang up this call and fire up the rogue show, and then we just come right back on and we continue talking the way we were talking. We're all creative. We'll think of right now. I'm just sitting here reading your comments, and we're talking, having a good time. I have nothing now. I have nothing to say. So suffices to say, yeah, I don't think comics are going to go anywhere. That was my long rant. I see this Batman statue, and somebody had said, sorry, wanted to see this Batman. This is really pretty cool. The Legion of Collectors box is getting ready to release their Justice League box. And one of the prizes, one of the things in the box is a Flash track suit, a red jacket. So I think there'll be something for each one of the members of the Justice League. That box is $45, I think. Don't quote me on that. I really don't want to sell my comics. I just like reading them. I'm the same way. And it's like with my action figures. I'm not throwing stones at anybody here. I don't think I'm throwing anybody here. But I understand the fact of, and I've kind of toyed this way with some of my Star Wars stuff. Not all of it. Excuse me, I got the hiccups now. You buy it. Here's the thing that blows my mind sometimes. People will search heaven and hell to find a certain action figure or a comic, mostly action figures. Will search heaven and hell for this action figure. They have to have it, and I'm not talking about any one specific. I know we all have some wink winks who I could be talking about. But I see this a lot in different collectors groups. And it seems like once the peak of everybody wants to have this figure, A month later, people are selling the figure off. And I'm like, you were just moving heaven and hell to try and find this action figure, and now you're selling it. You probably paid 40 bucks for it to begin with. Like, everybody was tripping over themselves for this Red Hood, if I can do it right. This Red Hood from the Arkham line. Now that the Arkham game has come and gone, people are like, oh, I'm selling my Red Hood figure. So that's the hard thing for me, is selling something that that I love, B, that I spent money buying, that I go, well, now I'm selling it. Why did I buy it in the first place? But there are some Star Wars stuff that I'm like, I'm really not collecting Star Wars like I once was back in 1985 when I was a kid buying a bunch of Star Wars. Even when the Black Series figures came out, I thought, I'm going to buy every single Stormtrooper that I found, and I want to have a whole army of Stormtroopers. And I looked at them the other night, and I thought, oh my God, I have 25 Stormtroopers. Each one of those is $20 that it's just sitting there, and there were always cool things I want. Now, am I going to get rid of them? No, because I love them too much. But there are some things that have like, well, I never opened this. I could sell it if I saw the right Batman or Robin thing. I can understand why. Odie says, yep, that's why I now wait a month to buy newer figures. People ride the hype and pay for it. I was one of those two figures that I did that for. I was trying to complete the Bat Signal from The Dark Knight Rises, the John Blake figure, and the Ra's al Ghul figure. Could not find them anywhere. They were going for scalping prices on eBay like crazy. And it was one of those. I told my wife, if I don't buy it now, I'm never going to find it. So I paid $30 for John Blake, and I paid, did I pay almost $40 for Ra's al Ghul? I can't remember. He might not have been as much. He might have been $30, but at least $60 for the two. 2 months later, I go into a Walmart I hardly ever go to. There were 45 John Blakes on their wall. No joke, not kidding. They are still trying to get rid of those John Blakes. And they're marked down now. Think of how long The Dark Knight Rises has been out. They're marked down to $5. I thought, holy crap. Not that I could have waited 5 years, but I think once some things go out and the hype drops down, people no longer want it, and now they're after the next thing. So that thing that you really want, you could probably get dirt cheap. So I try and wait and go, all right, the pre-order's going up. I'm telling myself, just wait. Just wait. It'll appear on Amazon, and it'll, yeah, that hurts. That really did, ODC. I do sell some of my action figures, though, when I need money like I am now. And I get that, too. Saving up to buy prom tickets. Dude, prom. I get that all day long. Especially it's like, yeah, I'll sell stuff. Like, we just lost a furnace in our house a month ago, the beginning of February. No heat for 3 days in the house. I sat in this room and went, okay, I need to have heat in the house. Luckily, we were smart enough. We saved money. But I started thinking, okay, I got that Harley Quinn issue. I could go to a comic shop. I could probably drop $300 or $400 and I could get it. But I'm glad my wife's like, that's something you love. You're going to kill yourself trying to pick that up. That's something you really want. So I'm glad she's smart enough. But that makes me go, in case something else goes wrong, maybe I better hold off and not get this thing right now. I can probably get it cheaper later. My Harley story is kind of like yours. The book was in the middle of a bunch of comics, and Harley was the only one bagged. And the comics were in my parents' shed. Still got it graded at an 8.5. I think my Harley is really close to me. While we're talking here, I can probably get it out. That's what she said. Yeah, here's mine. So there's my Harley Quinn. Of course, now I got it in a top-end loader. You're not going to be able to see it, but there's a small little, like right where the staple is. You're not going to be able to see it. If I get any closer, it'll get out of focus. Right there. See that little white dot? That is the really only imperfection I have in this book. So very surprised that I own this. Again, the only reason I bought it because Bruce Wayne had his back broken. It's the only reason I got into this. And I thought, well, I like Batman the Animated Series. What else we got here? Yep, I had to sell a bunch of Hot Toys figures. Got to make the mortgage payment. Yep, buy Hot Toys. I get it. At the end of the day, you know, life and limb and house, this is all just plastic. Yeah, it would suck to lose all this in a fire, but you know what? I hope my wife makes it out of the house. And I know her; she would want to come into this room and gather as much as she had, much as she could get. I told my wife I'm going to open up a window and I'm just going to start chucking stuff out this window that's right next to me, and then I will crawl out that window as the last thing. Like, how much stuff could you save? You know. But the things that you would get would be the photo albums and, you know, the wedding rings and the dog, the cat, all that stuff. This is just plastic, but it's fun. It's cool talking about it. Um, so, yeah, I think I managed to talk a long time here, and I think I was going to do that. Kind of cotton mouth. I'm running out of drink here. Anybody have anything else now that we're talking about selling stuff? I don't like to have to sell stuff. Um, and my wife, she's like, after you die, I'm going to have to call an Anthony and Olivia and a Stu to come over here and go through this house and go, look at all of this crap that he had. And I'll go, yes, but it was all once my crap. So, okay, I think now that I've rambled on long enough, that's the end of the Funko subscription that those of you that tuned in for. This conversation just kind of went somewhere else, but I'm glad. I want to make this a regular thing. I want to reactivate the rogues. I know ODC's been like, hey, are we still doing that? Is that still a thing? I don't know if once they get back to once a month, but let's try and shoot for the end of this month, which is March, maybe towards the end of the month. Let's try and do a rogue show, and we'll just not have a specific topic. We'll just get on. We'll talk. We'll have a good time. We'll kind of publicize it, get people kind of coming back and chiming in. I love having the chat log off to the side, talking to everyone. My wife just left a little bit ago to play some bingo quarterly. Let's do it quarterly. Yeah, I like that. It'll cost us 50 cents to do it quarterly, but that's good. Christopher, thanks for watching, buddy. I will do better to getting content up here. I do like getting behind the camera and filming stuff. I just get lazy when I get home from work, and I'm like, all I want to do is just sit on the couch and go to sleep. But this has been fun. This kind of reinvigorated me, even if it's nothing else but getting on here and talking comics, talking action figures, talking with my friends. So thanks for watching. I will try not to be away too much longer. And hopefully the Rogue Show shows back up maybe in the next live video. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I appreciate it. Be good to one another out there and go find yourself a lantern stress ball. It's really nice. Come on here. Later, everyone.